Morning everyone, welcome back to David That Goes Hobbies. If you hear some strange noises, it's my dog or my stomach, all the birds. Oi, behave yourself. It's always the way when I make a video, isn't it, eh? Right. Bear with, sort these out first. Panic averted. Now, what was I going to say? And that's this. After all the years I've been driving, I've never ever been dumped at the side of the road by the transport company I was working for. And why? It is because of their total incompetence in planning and running a business. What made it like this? Because they can't plan loads, they're running the company on a shoestring, the vehicles are in such a state of repair. I was reporting things. I mean, this is an example how bad things got, and vehicles not being done, drivers not doing their vehicle checks. Because if the vehicle check was done, right, I wouldn't have found a tyre almost bald with less than 1 mil tread on it and loaded to go up to Scotland. And I think to myself, why is it that people are not doing the vehicle checks? And you just think to yourself, why? So that caused me to be 10 hours late parking up. I weren't getting paid for it. I was doing it to make my life easier on the Monday. But why should I put up with this? No, I think to myself, do you know what? I've been treated as a flipping mug. I've been taken advantage of. I've been discriminated against and not paid for it. Well, I should have been paid. And I think to myself, what an absolute bastard. They are. They're totally, utterly incompetent at running a company. And you think to yourself, how the hell do they actually make any money? And it's not the first person that's told me that they're absolute. And you think to yourself, you're just trying to work out where they're going wrong. They're trying to take too much work on with the drivers they've got. They're actually running units and trailers that are in such a poor state of repair, and they're basically running them ragged with little or no maintenance. And you think to yourself, that's dangerous, really dangerous. But I'm not a mechanic. All I can say is what I see. And if something's not right, you think to yourself, what would you do if you was working for a company, right, where the fleet of vehicles weren't properly maintained, and something breaks on that vehicle? This is the truth. Something broke on my vehicle. I got accused of breaking it, right? The mechanic said to me, that's old age. The boss got me to recover it to the yard where they're going to repair it. And he said to me, if you work with us, I'll sort something out for you. Yeah, he sorted something out for me. And when he turned up, he said, get your gear out of the truck. Yeah, and he dumped me there at the side of the road with no money, no means to get home, no food, no water, and without any care or consideration of my safety or well-being. How would that make you feel? What would that do to you? How would you deal with that situation? Well, let's put it this way. The boss of the recovery company really felt sorry for me. I don't think he could believe what this bastard had done to me. And he helped me out, right? He also gave me 25 quid because I think he would have, if anyone in the, had that done to them, that shows to me that he was concerned about me. He'd done his little bit and I'm very grateful. Anyway, I got myself to a pub and the pub manager, wow, what an amazing person. She gave me food, gave me a drink, and if you want to find out what actually happened in the next video, you best watch it. And it is a case of the community spirit of Runcorn, where I was dropped off. I was nearly between 80 and 100 miles away from home, with no money, no food, no means of transport, stranded with nothing. It could have been snowing, it could have been pouring down a rain, it could have been freezing cold, it could have been baking hot. It was quite warm actually. It was probably about 25 degrees that day. But I dare say it makes your blood boil. And you're probably calling this person that did this to me, my boss, ex-boss, a few choice names. Yeah, I can just imagine what you're saying now. A lot of people I've spoken to about this cannot believe what happened. And he's put himself in a great deal of, so let's rephrase that, he's given himself a lot of problems now, a great deal of problems. And all I'm going to say to that aspect is that the wheels are in motion and what happens is totally out of my control now. But that's besides the point. The point is, when someone drops you at the side of the road, I mean, I've been doing this a long time, been doing it 41 years, and you think to yourself, I've seen most things. I've tried to help people out. I've pulled people out of ditches. I've rescued people in stranded cars. I've helped disabled drivers. I've rescued pets. I've prevented serious accidents. I've stopped traffic. I've rescued dogs. The list goes on and on and on. And through my track record, it shows that I'm a decent person. I am. I wouldn't do this thing to something. I mean, I used to have my own company, but I wouldn't dream of doing something to someone. I'm not that type of person. But unfortunately, there's people out there that are unscrupulous, are absolute bastards. And you think to yourself, how the hell has he got away with this? How the hell, if he treats his drivers like this and someone hasn't put him on his back? Well, he's going to do that to the wrong driver one day, isn't he? And I don't have to touch him. Karma will come and get him. But also, all I'm going to say, the wheels are turning. The wheels are turning. And what comes around goes around, the old saying goes in the trade. So let's see what happens, shall we? But yeah, Leave a comment down below. Please like, share and subscribe. But do me a favour. Leave a comment. Tell me what you have done. Obviously you're probably thinking, why has he done this? And I'll say it again. Because of their incompetence, bad planning, bad management, and a simple example, just one example, booking me into a delivery 8 AM in the morning, and booking the 7 o'clock collection in the same time period roughly. I mean, my delivery was booked for 8 o'clock, and my collection was booked for 7 o'clock, and it was a 4-hour drive to the delivery. They had consideration loading time, they had consideration, so obviously to drive there first, do the loading, strapping it, doing the delivery run, 4 hours there, so you could say an hour and a half, hour to get it loaded and stuff like that, and then drive to the place, get unloaded, and you know, you're supposed to have 4.5 hours driving, and you need to take a break in between that. But not only that, if you're exceeding the 6 hours, you need to take 15 minutes beforehand and half hour after that up to the 9 hours. So you need 3/4 of an hour if you work 9 hours. And they don't take that into consideration. It is total, utter incompetence. Let me know what you think. I know I've said it more than once. Leave a comment. Please like, share and subscribe. See you soon. Thank you.